LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors: Richardson Funeral Home, www.richardsonfuneralhome.net, the Il Camino Restaurant, www.ilcamino-restaurant.com, and by MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.
From inside the gym at Leominster High School, we say a very good evening, everyone. It is the K-Zone Game of the Week for the second time this week, which must mean it's Massachusetts Madness. It's March playoff basketball, a statewide tournament here inside the gym at Leominster High School tonight. Division II boys is the focus, and the 4th overall seed, Leominster High School Blue Devils, with their home court advantage, play host to the 36th ranked Clippers from Newburyport. Leominster comes in with their 14-4 overall record. Leominster has not lost to an opponent from their division or below all year long. All 4 of their losses are against teams from Division I, which is a division up for playoff standings. Twice against Wachusett, once against Worcester North, and then Franklin in their most recent game right before this playoff layoff on Monday, February the 21st, a 43-30 loss. More on that coming in a matter of moments. Meanwhile, on the other side, the Clippers of Newburyport, they got themselves an important victory in the play-in round on Tuesday night, 75-61. They took down Marblehead, who was from the 20s in rank. But all of a sudden, here comes the Clippers. They take out Marblehead in what was a back-and-forth battle by a 75-61 score to come on the road against Leominster in the round of 32. The K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Acme Carpet One. There's lots of pros and cons in the flooring business, and these are the pros. Online at acmecarpetone.com. Todd Robbins alongside Bill Thomas and Kate Robbins, and we welcome you joining us here on the K-Zone tonight, AM 1280, 105.3 FM, WPKZstream.com, and with our partners on RFM tonight, live on Facebook, facebook.com/Media Ravelry, and we welcome our partners joining us in delay as well at Leominster TV. Bradley Bedard on site for Leominster TV tonight. Great to have you along with us for Leominster and Newburyport as we bring you in to our courtside broadcast position. It is a night for these two schools. For Leominster, it is time to really prove that ranking that they have earned. 4th overall seed, guaranteed home floor advantage all the way through the round of 8. That certainly has its benefits. Meanwhile, across the gym, a Newburyport team who has a storied basketball tradition, a multitude of victories. 3 state championships, the most recent in the year 2000, along with one in 1953 and 1942, and more importantly, 19 league championships. 6th in the now defunct Northeast Conference, 13 in the Cape Ann League, which is their current home on the North Shore. That's the backdrop. Leominster and Newburyport coming into this one. I turn to my broadcast partner, Bill Thomas. And Billy, here we go. K-Zone tonight with all of our partners everywhere else. And here we go for playoff basketball. It's the night where Leominster, after struggling at the tail end of the regular season, struggling through these regular season tournaments, have got to show up. And it's got to be for a complete basketball game tonight.
Yeah, you know, you look at the records as the season wound down here, and the opponents that the Blue Devils faced, and it would appear that they limped into through the final week of the season, losing 2 out of the last 3 games, tournament basketball. But look at who they lost to as a season in totality. They lost 4 games, all to Division I teams, all who are ranked 16th or better in that division, to D1. 2 to Wachusett, and the game to North, the most recently Franklin game that's most forgettable. I'm thinking that they couldn't get on the bus and forget about that one quick enough after only scoring 30. But that's in the distant past. They've had about 10 days off now, and I'm sure they've worked on a lot of things, enhanced the positives, and go forward from that. And we're really going to find out what this Blue Devil team's made of tonight, Todd and Kate. Honestly, we've seen them have their share of struggles, put up their single-digit quarters, but seem to find a way, for the most part, to pull through in the end. Playoff basketball, you can't wait till the fourth quarter to turn it on. You guys both know you got to put 4 solid quarters of basketball together, and that's what hopefully we'll see from the Blue Devils tonight.
And we know they'll be prepared. The question is, how well do they come out of the starting gate? Third member of the broadcast team, Kate Robbins. And Kate, here we go. Leominster and Newburyport coming up here on the K-Zone Game of the Week, and we count down closer to that 6:30 start time coming up here. Introductions coming in about just 2 minutes and 14 seconds from now,
right?
Indeed. But this is a Leominster team that has not lost in this building this year. So it makes that 4th overall seed and home floor advantage all that much more important. Meanwhile, on the other side, a Newburyport team that at neutral sites and on the road this year in 10 games are 500.
You're absolutely right about this. This particular venue for Leominster has been their 6th man all year long, and so that should be a comfort to them. But again, you're in a situation where you're one of very few Central Mass teams representing the central part of the state going up against the behemoth of Eastern Massachusetts teams. So Leominster, even though obviously very highly ranked, they've got a lot to prove, and they have that 10-day layoff. I'm hoping that it means that they're going to have fresh legs. We also know that those 2 tournaments that they were in, they played 2 games where one game ended and the next one began, both on the road at different sites in less than 12 hours. So, that's the kind of gauntlet that they were going through with those last 2 tournaments. I'm pretty sure that Coach Crutchfield's probably pretty happy that his student athletes have had the opportunity to rest and recover. And right now, facing a Newburyport team that we know was just at Marblehead not a few days ago.
And hopefully time for them to put it behind them. It's Leominster and Newburyport from here inside the gym at Leominster High School. K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Bank Hometown. Bank Hometown's free checking account works for you. Visit bankhometown.com or stop into their convenient Leominster branch on Sac Boulevard. Bank Hometown, member FDIC. For those of you joining us on the K-Zone, we're going to step aside. When we come back, it's tip-off of Leominster and Newburyport on the other side of this 3-minute break. Meanwhile, for those of you joining us on our FM, back with more coming up in a moment. Got National Anthem starting lineups here inside the building when we get you started here on playoff basketball. Leominster and Newburyport tip-off for Massachusetts Madness round of 32 next on the K-Zone. Back inside the gym at Leominster High School, and good evening once again, everyone. K-Zone Game of the Week. Playoff basketball, March playoff basketball, right here on AM 1280, 105.3 FM, and WPKZstream.com, and with our partners at RFM and Leominster TV. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and you. We've got a dandy of a matchup coming your way in playoff basketball action. Division II, Leominster and Newburyport. As you see, if you're joining us on the K-Zone, and on RFM, Newburyport got here by way of a play-in win over Marblehead. Brings them here inside the gym at Leominster High School tonight. Leominster, the 4th overall seed, has been idle, did not have to play in the play-in round, and that's how these 2 schools got here. Look at the Bracket is brought to you by Dorico's Market, a full-service meat market and deli, Worcester's go-to old-fashioned butcher shop and specialty market since 1947. Now at 1123 Central Street in Leominster. Ball's up, tip controlled by Leominster, and immediately a giveaway. Scally the pick, goes up floor, finds Acton. Acton's lay-in will go, and although Henry Acton was not listed as a starter tonight and was not introduced, he's got the opening bucket of the basketball game. Yes, Bill Thomas, it doesn't matter who you introduce.
Hey, you get on the scoreboard even if you don't get your name called. And that's the way you run that baseline.
An alley-oop find as Moisen makes the catch and lays it in. We're at 2-all. Right back down 4 comes Brennan. Blows by everyone and lays it off the glass. Quickly, we got 6 combined points. It's 4-2. Leominster trails Newburyport 4-2, 45 seconds into this one. Leominster goes in the post looking for Moisen again, not able to corral the basketball. And Leominster tries to rebalance the floor with renewed effort.
Frenetic pace out there right now in the early going. You can tell it's the playoffs and everybody's got butterflies. They're going 1,000 miles a minute.
And Kate, you've got to also wonder how much has this been about Coach Kevin Crutchfield telling Leominster or reminding them of their slow starts as Viola pulls up with the jumper from the foul line, drops that for 2. We're at 4-all.
He and I both.
Indeed.
Well, that 30-point stinker against Franklin, I'm not expecting anything close to that tonight.
Brennan tries to deny the ball as Newburyport goes right to left here in quarter number 1. They control the basketball half court to the left, wearing the maroon tops and bottoms trimmed in gold and white, clippers across the chest. First shot taken away there by Brown, doesn't go. Second shot opportunity, doesn't go either. Dada the rebound. He will outlet up floor for Viola, left to right. Viola runs over Scally. It's an offensive foul, and the ball goes back to Newburyport.
Good job on the defense there. Beat Viola to the spot.
It'll be a full court inbound after the offensive foul committed by Viola. 6:20 to play here in quarter 1. We're at 4-all, and Kate, it's the first foul of the basketball game.
It certainly is. Viola's first, team first for Leominster.
Back up the floor. Here comes Brown. Brown with a right hand dribble, stops at the right side of the arc, tries to dribble it back toward top of the key. Viola will dribble it away on the pass attempt to Scally.
Big pressure on the man-to-man defense right there, pays off. Ooh.
Viola looks alley-oop, and that was a radio ball. You could hear it and not see it. It's out of play.
Token inbounds here on the full court pressure.
Yeah, Leominster comes with that full court pressure here early, and they are marking man-to-man up and down the floor as we go under the 6-minute mark here of quarter 1, tied at 4. Half court left with the basketball. That's Acton. Acton finds Brown. Now flash top of the key, this is Sullivan. Sullivan working on Encarnacion, dribbles right side of the key, drops it inside the lane looking for Brennan. Traveling violation, and the ball's going back to Leominster.
Good defense right there. I think Dada got in the passing zone. Tried to pull up, drag that rear foot.
And for those not familiar with Leominster's game, defense has been their hallmark. So some games they'll have spurts of incredible offense, but for the most part, defense is their hallmark. We don't know much about this Newburyport team, but we can tell their pace of play is pretty quick.
Moisen gets the entry pass, pulls up for the jumper from foul line extended left. Down it falls. Leominster's got its first lead at 6-4. 5:15 to play here in quarter 1.
Courtesy of 3 different players too, which is great to see.
Acton goes inside out looking for Sullivan on a 3. Front rim, no. Rebound down for Encarnacion, and he pulls it right over the timeline from left to right. Leominster slows the pace. Under 5 minutes to play here in quarter 1. Half court to the right with the basketball. To Encarnacion through McCormick to Dada in the right corner. Now reverse the swing to the left side. Back to McCormick. Top of the key inside Encarnacion. Now for Dada. Sprints to the foul line. Tries to work a little V-cut with Encarnacion. Doesn't go. Loose ball to the floor. It is tied up in a double team. Out coming with it is Newburyport. And then the giveaway as Asias immediately jumped on the full court pressure. Ball is thrown away and it's going to go back to Leominster. Teams exchange turnovers in Leominster's offensive end.
Good job. Blue Devils trapping over there in the corner. See, it's just never giving up on it, caused that errant pass.
Moisen will inbound, sideline to the right. Ball's deflected off the inbound, and they say they are going to keep it with Leominster off of a Newburyport deflection.
Quick hands by Scally there in the corner.
Moisen looking for an inbound spot. Goes back to Dada. Off the arc to the right. He'll swing all the way across court, off the arc left for Asias. Asias calls for a screen. Then the bounce pass puts it in the hands of Dada. Right back to McCormick at the top of the key.
That 2-3 zone going right now does Newburyport. Really stretching it along the perimeter, forcing Leominster to move that ball around.
They looked for the alley-oop from Moisen again. He tried a reverse lay-in when the front door was closed. That was denied as well.
Big save there on the baseline by Newburyport for the turnover.
This is Fellner. Fellner for the entry pass for Brown. Back top of the key, Scally. Now for Fellner. Strong take, and he's called for the offensive foul.
A little forearm action there on the way to the hoop. Officials all over it.
Fellner, the 6-foot senior guard, newly into the basketball game, gets whistled for his first and team first at the 3:59 mark of quarter 1. Leominster holding a 6-4 lead, and Kate, we've been frozen here for a little bit.
We certainly have that offensive pace that we saw right off the top where it seemingly no one could miss, and now right now it's been a defensive battle and a battle of turnovers for the last few moments.
Once again, they look for Moisen on that alley-oop. He's short on the ball, makes the catch, goes up with it, got fouled. 2 shots coming up here. I see what they're trying to do with the alley-oop, working that baseline to the left. Clearly something they saw in the scouting video, but of course, playing above the rim at this level, they're not quite there, Bill Thomas. They can't complete the full-on alley-oop, so it's a catch and then a shoot.
And what I'm seeing on the court, a slight height advantage to the Blue Devils there, and they're trying to work that baseline weak side. Use Moisen's height with a little catch and shoot there I hope they keep going to it. It looks good. They just haven't been able to finish it off, but he did get himself to the line there.
And with that hit on his first, Moisen right now with 5, make it 6 points for the Blue Devils.
As the second goes down as well, Leominster's doubled up, 8-4 their lead. 3:38 to play here in quarter one. The drive for Scally into the paint on Asias, short off the front rim. Brennan juggles but corrals the rebound. They load Scally, left for 3, and buries it.
That was from quite the distance there.
And he let Asias know about it, brings Newburyport back within 1 at 8-7. 3:17 to play here in the first quarter.
That was a Curry 3 right there. No doubt about it.
Pretty form and all. McCormick tries to call for Dada. Can't get Dada to come. Now they play catch. Dada in the right corner gets it back. 12 to shoot, drives right baseline, door closed. Got to go for a cut to the inside, and it's picked off by Brown. Brown goes to Fellner, head of the break. He keeps it in play. It cues up a 3 for Skelly. He's short off the front rim. It rolls over the backside, and Asias comes out from between 3 Clippers with the basketball. He'll go head-man pass, up floor for Dada. Slash the lane left, lay it in and good. 10-7, and right back down the floor we come from right to left.
Yeah, Blue Devils got to be aware of the Clippers running off made baskets, inbounding quickly and looking for that man up court that's already releasing. Some Blue Devils got to be aware about getting back on defense on made baskets.
That's Fellner, the inside pass for Brennan. Now sets up a Scally 3 from straight away, and Scally delivers. We're knotted at 10, 2:20 to play here in the first quarter.
No matter how far you push him back, his range seems like it doesn't have an end.
It's building range for Scally thus far tonight.
Let's not forget Newburyport coming off a 75-point win.
McCormick looks to respond with a 3 of his own, hard in and out. Rebound back top of the key for Fellner.
That's not their margin of victory, but that's how many they scored. 75 in their win.
Scally feeds Brown. Brown to the lane. Has it taken away from behind by Moisen. Into the hands of Dada. 3-on-3 down the floor. Dada pulls up at the foul line. That's short, and the rebound is down for Brown.
And Dada's going to need to have a big night tonight, especially in order to keep up with this pace. Right now he has 1 basket from the field. He's going to need to have a big next 3 quarters.
Bounce pass for Brown, swing to Fellner, looking inside for Brennan. It got deflected. Nobody on the left side of the floor, and Asias casually runs over and corrals it on the defensive end. Goes to Dada, then McCormick, left side 3, buries it.
That's the most relaxed 3 points you'll ever see the Blue Devils score. Couple of casual passes, and he'll let it fly.
13-10, Leominster's lead returns, 1:12 to play here in quarter one. Fellner, strong left-hand take. He protected the basketball, avoided the swat, but missed the shot. Down floor, it's Dada, up for Asias. Now Asias settles half court to the right. Asias through 3 defenders. Goes from right to left and lays it in on the right side. Under a minute to play here in quarter one. It's 15-10, Leominster's lead.
And Bill Thomas Asias becomes the 5th Blue Devil to contribute on the offensive stat sheet here in the first quarter.
Fellner gets queued up for a 3, and he buries it.
Perimeter shooting right now for the Clippers. They have 3 made baskets from behind that 3-point arc here in the first quarter. So their range is impressive.
15-second differential,
McCormick
shot
wanted
clock,
that
game
one.
clock, yeah. McCormick thought about it, ends up through Moisen for Asias. Lay-in doesn't go, deflected rebound. It is corralled by Scally. Shot clock off, 22 seconds left here in the first quarter.
It's a 10-minute quarter so far, guys.
And it has been a fast-moving, this game started just about a minute early. Scally comes to the near side for Fellner. Fellner to the left elbow. Jumper won't go, hard in and out. Rebound down for Encarnacion. 3 seconds, now 2 in the hands of Dada. He passes at the buzzer. Encarnacion launches from deeper, and it is short. And Coach Kevin Crutchfield not thrilled with that decision making. That's one of those cases where maybe you're a little too charitable, looking past first, when if you're going to be the leader, you got to take that shot at the buzzer, Bill Thomas.
Yeah, I agree. That was Dada's shot to take all the way. Had plenty of time, but Leominster gets out of that quarter with a 15-13 lead, and it's nice to see him not looking like they're going to put up a 30-point game at this point.
Basketball here on the K-Zone, brought to you by Manny's Appliance. Manny's features a complete lineup of major brand name appliances with exclusive rebates the big box stores do not have. Buy the best from Manny's, 120 Hamilton Street in Leominster. K-Zone action brought to you by Woodcomb Insurance. Woodcomb has the right coverage at the right price with a local team of insurance pros ready to help. Online at woodcomb.com. And the game of the week brought to you by Bolton Orchards. Get fresh every day in Bolton at the junctions of Route 110 and 117. Take the short drive to Bolton Orchards today. Second 8 minutes, queue up on the board, just 60 seconds seemingly between quarters. And Kate, I
might be
believe
home by 7:15.
people have got a place to go.
I might be home by
the way things are
7:15.
moving here.
Kate, let's have some stats, but I got one comment when you're done with the stats about the stats.
Right now, most of the stats, rebounds, steals, and turnovers, nearly even on both sides. Right now, the only real big difference is that Newburyport's perimeter shooting for behind the three-point arc a little bit more impressive than Leominster's. Leominster's been trying to use that height advantage on the interior, but other than that, pretty evenly matched thus far.
Fellner finds Tank, who goes inside out, cues up Finn Sullivan
Speak of
for
the
a
devil.
three, and Sullivan delivers another three. It's 16-15. Newburyport back on top as we enter the second quarter. Viola with the basketball, half court to the right. Leominster wearing the home white tops, white bottoms, trimmed in royal blue and black. Blue Devils frame in the numerals on the front of the jersey. Donna goes inside for Encarnacion, tries to snap a pass across the floor. He hit the rim. They say Brown got a piece of it, and Leominster will keep the basketball, and that's a gift.
And that, I mean, getting a shot clock out of that, it absolutely a gift right there, Todd and Kate.
I think they're going to probably amend the shot clock part of this particular
Yeah, you
arrangement.
can't catch the underside of the shot clock and get a
They're
reset.
looking right up at the basket.
You've got to catch the top.
You got to catch the
shot
rim,
clock.
not the base support, I think
Correct.
is what they're looking at.
And so they're going to.
He might have caught the under part of the rim, though. I mean, it's a hard one to judge. Just to go back to your stats, Kate,
Yes, sir.
3 fouls in that first quarter.
So they discussed it. They left
They
the
left
shot
it.
clock as a reset.
There we go.
Inbound for Dada, lay in good.
You know, and 2 of those 3 fouls were offensive fouls. So, yeah, that made for a very fast quarter. Only one trip to the line.
I don't think we had a whistle in the last 4.5 minutes.
This crew of officials worked the Leominster-Fitchburg rivalry game earlier this year. They managed the game phenomenally well with this veteran crew on the floor here from Central Mass. Shot away from the right, won't go for Skelly. Rebound down for Leominster. 17-16 their lead. 6:52 to play here in the second quarter. Back top of the key, Fellner tried to jump the passing lane, and he collides with Viola.
Yeah,
Gets called for the push.
You can't be lazy in that zone. They're going to jump out of that zone, especially when you're coming up to the top of the key like that, or cross court. You know how I know how you love those passes, Kate.
No, let's not talk about that. But Fellner picks up his second, team third for the Clippers in the first half. Right now, the Clippers still talking to the officiating crew about that last call on the shot clock.
Carr finds McCormick, who steps up from the three-point lane to the left wing, pulls up for 2. Leominster inflates their lead to 19-16. 6.5 to play here in a second quarter as this late arriving crowd looking for a 7 o'clock start that began at 6:30. The feed goes inside, the shot goes up, a foul is committed on Tank, and Tank's gonna go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, I have to agree. The tournament committee threw a little wrinkle into the schedule, bumped it up by a half hour from what we used to in this part of the state.
Second foul for the Leominster Blue Devils. It's the first for Carr here in the first half.
Tank's first one is a line drive into the front of the rim that will not go. 6:33 to play here in the second quarter. Tank at the line, looking to get the back end of a 2-shot opportunity and cut the Leominster lead to 2. Second one looked much better. Down it goes. 19-17 Leominster's advantage. Viola comes left to right over the timeline. He'll drop it off with McCormick at the half circle. McCormick gets it back from Dada. Jab step, creates some space, feeds Dada, who comes back, draws the double team. Back to McCormick, now back to Dada. Dada blows by the double team. Left wing pull-up jumper, front rim no, and in from out of bounds, it's Bovee to make a nice play. Bovee found Scally, brings it right to left up floor, feeds Brown, and Brown shifted the feet before the dribble. It's a walk in the ball back to Leominster.
Hearing the fans behind us, shoot it, shoot it. Most of their shots have been from behind the three-point
I
arc, so I was
agree.
a little surprised he tried to go into the interior.
And he was wide open there, but tried to beat his guy anyways.
Had the look.
This is McCormick. Snap to the near side, Carr. Back around to the corner, Viola. Got deflected on its way to Moisen. Moisen snaps to the right corner, Dada. Dada back to the top of the key outside the arc. Goes to Dylan Carr, right baseline. Down to the right block, back out to Moisen, top of the key. 8 to shoot as they drop it off for Carr. Back looking for Moisen. 5 to shoot. Now 3. McCormick has to throw up a turnaround desperation and banks it in for 3. Oh my! Talk about unexpected accidental offense. Right back down floor come the Clippers, and they respond with a 2 from Henry Acton. But how about that 3 at the shot clock buzzer?
Take that accidental offense anytime, but Blue Devils got caught sleeping back up court. Cost them 2 on the other end.
Viola drops it for Carr. Carr swings it back, top of the key, find Moisen. Over for Viola. Viola thought about a three, drew the defender in, and almost walked with it. Ended up dropping the pass off. Set up another McCormick three. Crowd was calling for it. They couldn't body English it in. Rebound down the floor for the Clippers. Scally queued up for a three. He got nothing but net, but missed the shot. Put back opportunity. Doesn't go for Tank. Ball deflected out of play, and the basketball stays with Newburyport.
I think they gave him a shot clock reset there, but I didn't see much happening but net. Must have got it on maybe that putback.
4:50 to play here in the second quarter. 22-19, Leominster's lead. Round to 32, and Moisen will take it away. He goes up floor, finds Viola, pull-up jumper, doesn't go. Moisen tries to tap it in, doesn't go either. A juggled rebound off the shoulder of Bovey. Down the floor toward two Blue Devil defenders, and Bovey will hit the lay-in. He pushed the defenders back under the rim.
And he split him perfectly. Nice job right there to avoid the offensive foul. Gets himself a bucket.
And he didn't have to push him physically, Bill Thomas. Just his presence drove the defense back underneath the rim.
As soon as he got a move, and he split him perfectly.
22-21, Leominster's lead is one. McCormick lets the blow-by of Bovey happen. Step up two. Down that one goes, and Leominster's lead is three at 24-21. And Kate, McCormick is having a season-best game.
Team high 10 points so far in the first half. Dada not getting a lot of great looks, so he's going to need help from others. And McCormick right now picking up this team on the offensive end right now.
Acton, a double clutch two from the foul line, goes out of play, and it is Leominster basketball. 3:57 to play here in the second quarter.
Yeah, you're right about Justin. A little hesitant tonight.
He's just
let it fly, let a couple fly and see what happens. Get some confidence.
In my opinion right now, he's not gotten any real good looks. The defense from the Clippers has been stifling if you're wearing number 11 in blue and white.
They're using that jump out zone really good, a 1-2-1 or 2-1-2, whatever you want to look at there, but they're jumping out real quick.
An offensive foul away from the basketball. McCormick is called for the clear out, and the ball will go back to Newburyport.
I don't know. I think it's staying down here, Todd.
McCormick picks up his second.
Yeah, no, it's a maroon spot.
It's a maroon inbound. And,
he pointed with the offensive signal and pointed it back down floor.
Blue Devils are looking to press the inbounds here, working that man right from the inbounds.
Don't question me, Bill Thomas.
Oh boy. That's my job, Bill Thomas.
Every now and again.
That's my job, Billy.
3:38 to play here in the second quarter.
I'm the only one that gets away with that around here.
You better believe it. The drop pass at Scally. Scally top of the key, drive the lane, over two defenders, and down it goes. They were looking for an offensive foul, but Viola took out Dada on the play.
I think, it was like bowling pins right there. One took down the other, dominoes.
Candlepin style, Bill Thomas. The wood tripped up the 10-pin. Drive down the lane. Dada finds Moisen in a triple team, and Moisen fights it to the rim for two.
Nice look right there. Moisen using his height.
Moisen using his height right now with 8 points for the Blue Devils.
26-23, the response opportunity for Acton. Thrown up wildly, doesn't go, and Carnacion the rebound. Back down floor. Moisen drops it for Viola. Viola with the right corner three. Bang!
It's nice to see Kevin getting his confidence.
2:45 to play in the second quarter. And Scally for the response. Bangs it off the window from a tough angle. 4-point game at 29-25. Leominster's advantage.
Scally's got 10 now for the Clippers. That's a team high 10 points in the first half.
Dada queued up for his best look of the night from the left side three. Rims out. Rebound down for Brennan. And it wasn't a completely uncontested three for Dada on that occasion. Half court to the left. This is Scally with the loose dribble. He'll drop it for Brennan, left side of the arc.
Some nights for Dada, it's just about taking the attention away from some of his teammates and hoping, like Viola gets that steal.
Indeed he does. Pries it away from Scally, being bothered from behind. Has been hit 3 times on the body, no call. He scrambles back into play, still no call. There was a lot of physicality there. There was everything short of a thumb to the eye. Officials letting him play here. And now a walk, and back the other way. The ball will go to Leominster.
It's 11 turnovers in the first half for the Clippers thus far.
1:50 to play here in the second. 29-25, Leominster, the 4th overall statewide seed in the boys Division II tournament, on top by 4 of the 36 seed Clippers of Newburyport. McCormick looked unsure with a pass, half court on the right, gets it back from Viola, takes the three, back rim no, rebound snatched out of the air by Acton. And here comes Acton. Steps on the gas with the left-hand dribble. Stops left side of the arc. Feeds Brennan. Brennan gets bodied up on, and Brennan finishes strong, plus a foul.
Nice little bunny hook right there. Held off the defender, took the contact, gets himself a trip to the line for
Moisten
the
picks
and
up
one.
his first. It'll be team fourth for the Blue Devils.
1:24 to play in the second quarter. Clippers within 2 at 29-27. And make that one. Free throw goes down. 3-point the old-fashioned way, completed by Brennan. It's 29-28, Leominster's advantage.
People still arriving for that 7 o'clock start. We're almost at halftime.
I was going to say, I'm not even sure the concessions will be available at this point. Dada will feed Asias. Goes reverse lay-in from the right side. It's good.
Warren continue to attack the basket with great success tonight.
31-28, under a minute to play here before halftime. Scally with the loose dribble from straight away. 15 to shoot. 45 before the half. Jab step, Scally into Viola, hits a held ball, and the alternate possession favors Leominster. Emotions get the best, officials will step in between. Everybody gets out of there without any issues.
Right in front of the Blue Devils bench.
Be a 13, almost 14-second differential on the shot clock and game clock on the inbound. 42 seconds before the half. Leominster with the basketball, left to right. Viola thought about it. He had the ball taken clean out of his hands and then committed the foul, reaching back into the play after the giveaway. A bad play to a worse play.
Viola picks up his second. It'll be team fifth for the Blue Devils.
One thing to make a mistake, not being sure what you're doing with the basketball. It's another to then follow it up with a foul, reaching back to try to make a play.
I mean, that ends up becoming kind of like a knee-jerk reaction of, oh my goodness, I need to get that back.
Absolutely.
33 seconds before the half, about a 4-second differential shot clock to game clock on this possession. Screen provided by Brennan. Acton, half court right, drops it off for Scally. Asias all over Scally. Scally will drive, goes with the reverse hook, will not get it to go from the left side. Got bodied off the ball. Scally's going to the line to shoot two. The senior 5'10" guard. He's been playing well over 6 feet tonight.
Good job, too. Use that left hand holding Asias off with his body, drawing the contact, gets himself a couple of fouls.
That'll be the sixth, team foul for Leominster, so Newburyport will be in the bonus from here on out.
First one will not go for Scally at the line. Little frustration on his face. He'll get another opportunity.
Luckily,
19 and 1/10 second here before the half.
Yeah,
Shot
exactly.
clock off.
Only 19.1, and hopefully fouls won't be an issue here.
Second one goes down for Scally. 31-29. Leominster with the basketball and a chance for a last shot. 2-1-2 zone sets up for the Clippers. Acton tried to jump the pass as Leominster staying well beyond the arc. 7 seconds, now 5 before the half. It's Moisen, swing to Dada left side. 2 seconds, 1 as the crowd counts it down. Dada's scoop shot at the buzzer, won't go. Asias trying to follow on. He got mugged, but no foul call. About 25-ish minutes, 25-ish minutes since the tip-off of this one. We're at halftime here inside the gym at Leominster High School. The 4th overall seed, Leominster 31. The 36th overall seed, Newburyport 29 in the Boys Division II postseason here on the K-Zone Game of the Week and here on RFM. Game of the Week brought to you by ROI Office Furniture and Systems, Sterling Rare Coin, Tom's Automotive, High Country Workwear, and Tariku Tractor. We thank you all so very much for your support of the Game of the Week here on the K-Zone. We'll have scores coming up from around the region. Kate's got your first half stat recap, and that's assuming they don't come out of the locker room and tip the second half before we can get back from this commercial break.
I wouldn't be surprised if they don't speed the clock up here. We have 16 minutes of basketball played in a little over 25 clock minutes. That's unheard of, but two well-played quarters from both teams and fast-paced, and it shows on the scoreboard right about where it expected.
A frenetic pace in the first half. A 31-29 Leominster lead over Newburyport. A break and we're back with more. You're listening to the Game of the Week and the MIAA playoffs here on the K-Zone.
LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors: Richardson Funeral Home, www.richardsonfuneralhome.net, the Il Camino Restaurant, www.ilcamino-restaurant.com, and by MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.
Halftime here inside the gym at Leominster High School. Oxygen being administered to yours truly, and great to have you along with us here on a fast-moving Game of the Week playoff basketball here on the K-Zone, RFM, and Leominster TV. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and you. Great to have you along with us here at the half. Halftime score, 4th overall seed Leominster on top of the 36th overall seed Newburyport by a fraction. It's 31-29, Leominster's lead, and it has been a back and forth, fast-moving first half of action as we welcome you back to our courtside broadcast position. Great to have you along with us here at the half. Game of the Week brought to you by Builders Surplus. A great selection of quality first building materials at prices you will like. Online at builders-surplus.com. You know what you need. Get it at Builders Surplus for less. 31-29, Leominster on top of Newburyport at the half, and what has been an exciting first half of action. A lot of offense. Full court pressure off makes, back and forth, up and down the floor. These teams have moved, and Kate's stats will show it. This game is every bit as close as that score indicates. Kate's first half stats are brought to you by Central Communication Systems. The experts at Central Communication Systems are the key provider for thousands of businesses around New England since 1991. Learn more at central-inc.com. Kate, Central Communication Systems brings us your first half stats.
All right, let's take a look first at the Clippers of Newburyport. Team totals first: 13 rebounds, 1 steal, 12 turnovers. They shot 3 of 5 from the line as a team. Individual notable statistics: Fellner on the evening thus far has 3 points, 2 fouls for him. Acton has 4 points. Bovey has 2. Scally with a team high 11 first half points. He was 1 of 2 from the line. Sullivan with 3 points, Brennan with 5, and Tank with 1 point. And now for the Leominster Blue Devils side of the ball, team totals first: 8 rebounds, 3 steals, 8 turnovers. They shot 2 of 2 from the line as a team. Individual notable statistics: Kevin Viola with 5 points, 2 fouls for Kevin, though, in the first half, so something to monitor there. Moisten with 8 points, Asias with 4, Dada with 4, and right now McCormick with a team high 10 first half points. So one of the things also to mention, again, if you're new to this, you're probably thinking, well, Leominster's the 4 seed. Why is this not a bigger lead? Leominster's hallmark is defense. They've been in a lot of close games all year long. This is a position that is not new to them, that is for certain. And so we will see if the defense continues, if the offensive production continues, and it'll be a very interesting second half here as we move along.
The optimum number, Kate, has been 50. That has been the optimum
Keeping
number.
the opponent below
Lots
50,
of those
right?
numbers have been in and around 40. Got to keep the opponent below 50.
And you need to get over.
And just climb yourself over top of the 50 mark. That has been the optimum number.
I'm thinking it's going to take 60 tonight.
Here tonight. It may. It very well may, given the way the first half has gone. 31-29, Leominster on top of Newburyport through one half here inside the gym at Leominster High School. We're going to step aside. When we come back here at the half, Bill Thomas has got his mid-game adjustments for you. All that and more as we continue. It's the Game of the Week playoff basketball action right here on the K-Zone. Second half action about to resume here inside the gym at Leominster High School. Playoff basketball here on the K-Zone and on RFM and Leominster TV. Todd Robbins, Bill Thomas, Kate Robbins, and you. Clippers will go left to right here in third quarter action. Bill Thomas's mid-game adjustments, they're brought to you by Great Road Farm and Garden. Get your gardening needs met locally at Great Road Farm and Garden on Great Road in Littleton. Bill Thomas, an early giveaway there, deflected out of play by Leominster, and the Clippers keep the basketball. But Great Road Farm and Garden brings us your mid-game adjustments.
Oh, on defense, not adjustments. The only adjustment needs to be made, I think, is wherever Scally goes, you gotta be on him like a glove if he's your guy. And offensively, let's find a way to get Dodder on the scoreboard.
Drive down floor, a response, not able to put it up is Viola. We're still stuck in our halftime score, 31-29. 30 seconds gone by here in the third quarter. Shot away for Scally, a three does not go. Rebound for Brennan, and he gets taken out as Viola comes over the top, and that will send Brennan to the line to shoot two, and it brings the Clipper fans in attendance to their feet for the 6'3" freshman forward.
You know, and if there's anything else I think the Blue Devils have been lacking is offensive rebound. They've given up a number of offensive rebounds, and I'm sure Kate can speak to that a little better, but they got to protect the boards a little better and get those defensive rebounds.
First one will go down for Brennan. That is Viola's third, and that is very early, Kate, here in the third quarter.
Very, very early.
And he takes a seat because of it.
Second one away for Brennan, and down it will go. We're at 31 all. Leominster's halftime lead has evaporated.
If you're the Blue Devils, that is not the game plan, I'm sure, that was drawn up at halftime.
Now, last thing you want to do is lose your point guard.
And Michael Halstead takes over, and Halstead goes through the lane, bangs it off of Encarnacion, back down floor. The scoop shot lay-in will go for Scally. 33-31, Clippers reclaim the lead. A minute gone by here in the third quarter.
I think Coach Crutchfield here is going to have a pretty short leash before he has to take a timeout.
Dada, step up two, short off the front rim. Leominster looks first quarter flat here in the third.
I think if the Clippers score on this particular possession, I think you'll see Coach Crutchfield forced to take a timeout.
Fellner sent it to the baseline, got it back at the top of the key as it went around the world. His three was off the mark to the left. Halstead presses it up floor to McCormick. He was all everything in the first half was Terrence McCormick.
Leominster right now just looking like they are not on the same page and they are not on the same cylinder that they were in the first half.
McCormick for Moisen. Moisen, foul line, jumper, down it goes.
Nice job right there by Alex Buckade. I think you're spot on. You take Kevin Viola off the floor and you lose that cohesiveness.
33 all, 6 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Feed, top of the key. This is Scally. Back rim, no. Dada crashes for the rebound. He'll pull it down. Dada snaps it up floor from right to left. Finds McCormick. He double clutched and he got fouled. McCormick's going the line to shoot two. McCormick got two shots coming here as he got taken out across the shooting arm.
Scally picks up his first team first for the Clippers in the second half.
Game of the week on the K-Zone brought to you by Colonial Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, and Ram. The team at Colonial Hudson is here to make your new or used car purchase or lease stress-free. Online at colonialdodgechryslerjeep.com as McCormick's first will roll down and Leominster reclaims a 1-point lead at 34-33. An enthusiastic crowd took that almost 2-hour drive, Kate, from Newburyport on down here to Leominster tonight.
It's just the one guy behind you.
Indeed. McCormick's second won't go either. But Moisen, the rebound, keeps the possession alive for Leominster, snapping it back out to Halstead.
McCormick did hit the first.
The bounce for Moisen. Moisen comes for Halstead, now for McCormick in the left corner. The baseline drive, it's tipped away by Sullivan, and Sullivan the clean take from McCormick. Cross court, it got deflected by Dada, but it cleared the timeline to Fellner. Fellner, left corner, top of the key. Inside, goes right back to Fellner. Into the corner, it's Brown for a three. That one will rim out. Rebound down for Brennan. Put back doesn't go for Encarnacion. Slow to get up behind the play. That appears to be Brown. And he is wincing. No, excuse me, it's Brennan. He's trying to get back on his feet. He can't. Dada's three will not go. Battle for the rebound is tipped out of play. It's going to be Newburyport basketball, but the officials will also blow the play dead as Brennan looks very, very hurt. And down on the floor he will go. There is a trainer on site, Coach Dave Clay, on site as well to try to assist with that one as Brennan looked very, very injured. And Kate, that's one of those cases he may have gone up and he came down in a pack, and you just never know what happens when all those feet are trying to find the floor.
Not only that, I believe that the ankle they might be working on is one that already has a brace on it. So if that is the case, his left ankle already with a brace on it to stabilize it. So that was the one I believe that he was limping on and off of and holding on to. So that very disconcerting there, as it's clearly already in need of extra stabilization, and it is the leg that is already braced.
And he is going to get some help up. Coach Dave Clay and company will help him off the floor. Trainer will continue to work on him over on the Clipper bench. 4:58 to play in the third quarter. Brennan out with an injury, 34-33. Leominster's lead is 1, and that's going to make the lineup on the floor for the Clippers a little bit smaller, at least for the moment. They've got the basketball, full court possession here. It's Sullivan coming left to right across the floor. Sullivan, right-hand dribble, into the corner, it's Brown. 3 away, back rim, no. Tipped, running it down, and Brown will run it down and dribble it out of trouble. Brown goes in the corner. Fellner, 3 away, front rim, no. Scally the rebound, put back, that won't go either, and the rebound is down for Moisen.
3 opportunities right there, though. Blue Devils cannot allow that.
Back to the top of the key, it's Moisen. Coming to the near side, it's
Moisen
Halstead.
needs to be careful with that foot. That's the
You noticed
second
that too.
time that he has gotten away with that.
And the crowd has caught him doing it, but the officials haven't.
4:15 to play here in the third. Moisen's 3, back rim, no, but Asias runs down the rebound. Asias was open, decided to pop a 3 of his own from the right corner. That doesn't go. Long rebound back to Moisen. He finds his way to the inside, and Dada will finish from Asias.
Nice job. Get Dada on the scoreboard here in the second half.
6 points in the game for Dada.
36-33, Leominster's lead is back to 3. Under 4 minutes to play here in the third at 3:48 and counting.
Bill Thomas, here's something to think about. Right now the Clippers with 1 basket from the field in the third. The Blue Devils with 2 baskets from the field in the third.
This is Brown. Brown with the left-hand dribble. Drives to the left block, spun, called for the walk, and the ball will go back to Leominster.
Good D by Moisen there. Had him hesitating, got that extra movement.
Game of the week here on the K-Zone, brought to you by Liberty Supply Inc. Liberty Supply Incorporated. Service the way it used to be.
Moisen out-towering everybody else on the court right now, and I think he needs to use that height to his advantage.
Dada comes right to left over the timeline into the corner for McCormick. Now back to Asias, top of the key, and he's looking for Halstead. Halstead is a square. He stands square with his body and passes with his feet square left and right. That's why you're seeing that potential travel. 1 shot possession. McCormick's 3 doesn't go. Rebound comes down for the Clippers. Fellner looks for Skelly. Out of play on the giveaway. Ball into the front row. Ball will go back to Leominster. 3:05 to play in the third quarter. It's 36-33.
Token pressure here. See if they trap. Nope. Blue Devils do a good job.
It's Moisen. Finds Dada. Corner for McCormick. Blow by. Step up 2. And down it goes.
That's the way to step around the defense. Nice job.
McCormick right now, team high 13 points for Leominster. Have a night.
2:45 and counting here in the third. Leominster's lead is 5. Deep 3, launched by Scally. Front rim, no roll, and the rebound run down by McCormick in a double team.
I can't imagine having that range where I could just pop up for a 3 anywhere I wanted.
Yep, I can reach this one, he says. The drive through the lane, it's McCormick. Might have been bothered, but McCormick finished at the rim.
He's feeling it tonight.
Indeed he is, and that forces the timeout. Coach David Clay will spend the timeout. 2:22 to play here in the third quarter. Leominster's lead now 40-33.
And I'm going to venture out and say it's the largest lead of the game for the Blue Devils tonight.
Absolutely. At the end of quarter 1 and quarter 2, the difference was just 2 points. At the end of each quarter, the advantage Leominster right now, that lead ballooning for Leominster just a bit, but I believe it's probably safe to say that when the Clippers were game planning for tonight, they were not necessarily game planning for McCormick of Leominster to have 15 points thus far in this one and being the lead scorer.
For all the video they may have seen, I'll say this, they didn't see McCormick have a 15-point night in any of those videos.
We're still going. We're not even in the fourth.
That's right, 2:22 to
The
play
sun
here in
might
the
not have
third.
set yet, though. I'm just going to put that out.
That is correct. How did these two teams get here? Well, Leominster has been off since a tournament loss in the regular season on February the 21st to Franklin, a game where Leominster only scored 30 points on the back end of 2 regular season tournaments over the February vacation week. Meanwhile, a play-in victory for Newburyport over Marblehead, who was the higher-ranked team. Newburyport had to go to Marblehead to win to get into this one. The winner of this one gets the winner of Scituate and Revere. Fellner, the drive, skidded to a stop. Pivot foot moved, it's a walk, and the ball will go back to Leominster.
Those are tough. Those are tough to take.
Yeah, you can almost see whether it's the moisture on the floor, but there was a skid, and now there's a conversation, and something has happened. It is a technical foul that has been assessed to the bench.
Something came out of the bench area here, but not wasting any time. Quiet him down. Hit him with that tee. It's one way to shut him up.
Now that technical foul was assessed against Newburyport. So Justin Donna goes to the opposite end of the floor to shoot the technical free throws. He hit the first. Leominster will also have possession of the basketball.
This is a Central Mass crew.
It is, as assigned by the MIAA and your local basketball officiating board. That is a decision that was made as part of the statewide tournament. All the crews, they are not mixed and matched. They will be consistent with the board of the home school.
So in most cases for the Eastern Mass Invitational, it's an Eastern Mass.
That is correct, and for the most part, most of the higher seeds are Eastern Mass teams. Higher seed will host through the round of 8 to our understanding at this point, as Leominster loses the basketball, but it was deflected out of play. Moisten will have the inbound, left of Leominster's basket, half court to the left. Halstead, foul line, kick for Dada. Launches a deep three, missed everything, out of play. Ball back to Newburyport, and Dada continues to be frozen cold here tonight.
Difficult when you get that rare look and you haven't been able to really get into a rhythm. It's a lot to ask.
Indeed it is. Cross court, Fellner finds Brown. Brown, the left-hand drive, switches to the right hand. Lay-in is good.
Nice little crossover right there.
Only the second basket from the field for Newburyport in the third quarter, though.
Final 93 seconds of the third quarter. It's 42-35, Leominster's advantage.
Newburyport started this quarter with 29 points.
The bounce to the top of the key. This is Moisten. Moisten will swing through the corner. Dada comes cross court for Halstead. Inside on the left side, finds Asias, goes reverse to the right side, missed everything off the glass. 1:10 to play here in the third quarter.
Leominster relying heavily on its defense in this quarter, doing a nice job limiting the points, especially of this young man right there, of Scally.
Scally into the corner for Fellner. Swing back for Scally. For Fellner, and the giveaway out of play. Ball will go back to Leominster.
Has Scally scored in this quarter, Kate?
Scally has one, yes. One
yeah,
made basket.
That was the key. At least one of my keys is find a way to shut Scally down. Blue Devils have done a good job of that in this quarter.
He has been much quieter here in this third quarter. McCormick finds Asias, dribbles through the baseline, now around the world to the top of the key. Halstead comes back to McCormick on the left side of the arc. McCormick dribbles, left corner, short. Dada picked it up, hit the underside of the rim. Asias, third opportunity, that doesn't go. Tipped on the rebound, to the floor, nothing but Clippers there. They dribble out with the basketball, and then Asias slaps at the basketball and gets nothing but arm. That's a foul, and a bad foul committed by Asias there.
Bad foul, but not one that's going to hurt the team right now with only their second foul of this quarter.
His second, team second.
27 2/10 left here in the third quarter. 42-35, Leominster's advantage. Bovee goes down floor. He throws a little shoulder shiver at Asias. Now the drive for Brown. Swinging around. Ends up left side. Acton, a three. Swish. Final 10 seconds here with the third. Halstead for Dada. Gives it up to Halstead. Final 4 seconds. Three. Moisten will take the shot at the buzzer. He hits the three. And that's the way the third quarter will close. Woo! 3 quarters in the books from here inside the gym at Leominster High School. 4th overall seed Leominster, ahead of the 36th overall seed Newburyport, but being pushed minute to minute here. Leominster leads through 3, 45-38.
What a quarter right there for the Blue Devils. Did everything they need to do, shut down Scally. Got Dotto to wake up a little bit, but, thank God for McCormick having a night.
K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Marigal Medical, a physical medicine clinic in Leominster, providing care and treatment to patients of all ages. Online at marigalmedical.com. 45-38 Leominster on top of Newburyport. Here in the fourth quarter at the gym at Leominster High School tonight. Winner moves on to the round of 16. They get the winner of Newburyport of Situate.
No, they're here already.
That's correct. Of Situate, thank you, and Revere. That game was also a 6:30 tip-off tonight. Out in Situate, who was the higher seed. Situate had the play-in round bye as the 13 seed. Revere was the 45 seed, took down the 20 seed High School of Sci-Tech out of the Western Mass bracket. Leominster has played the Sci-Tech Cybercats before, but they dropped that one at home 73-60 to allow Revere to advance to the round of 32.
We're on to our final 8 minutes.
Indeed it is. Final 8 minutes of regulation. Leominster with the basketball.
7:22, everybody.
It has been a frenetic basketball game pace-wise if you look at the traditional clock and not the game clock. Dada for Moisen off the handoff. 3 from straight away. And an iron, quite kind, will finish it off. Leominster's lead is 10 at 48-38.
And now Bill Thomas Moisen with a team-high 16 points for the Blue Devils.
They're quiet 16, I might add, but
An
he's hitting his
effective
shots.
Nice fake to the baseline by Brown. Spin through the lane, lay in good. Back within 8. Come the Clippers. Moisen for Halstead. Back to Moisen. 3 away. Side rim, no. Rebound down for Brown. Up floor. This is Sullivan. Sullivan to the lane and an offensive foul. And I think Moisen got away with that one. Moisen did not set his feet. He got crushed.
He stepped in.
But he did not set his feet.
I think he stepped in mid-dribble right there on the offense. Coming at him and got that call.
And
You've seen that a few times, though, right now by Sullivan, essentially squaring up and just absolutely driving in.
this is one of those cases where both players are completely out of control, and so the officials just go based on the physical contact that ends up happening there, and they look at the irresistible force as opposed to the immovable object. But in this circumstance, Moisen was moving in, kind of had his side of his body in front of Sullivan on the drive. Sullivan, meanwhile, comes barreling in and runs him over. Both technically by the rule book, it's a block charge, flip a coin, they go with the charge because that's the momentum coming in 90% of the time.
Yeah, Sullivan's being looked at over there. We'll get a little delay here while they clear sideline, but Sullivan took a shot on his own on the way to the basket, being checked out by the trainer at the end of the bench. He looks okay. I think he just got the wind knocked out of him.
And they'll blow the ball, ready for play. We're back to action. Wouldn't want to slow things down too much. A minute gone by here in the fourth. Leominster's lead is 8 at 48-40. Dada drives the left side, strong to the rim and lays it in. Leominster's lead is 10 again at 50-40.
Dada, oh, go ahead, Billy.
Oh, just his favorite side of the basket, Kate, that left side.
Dada now the third Blue Devil in double digits on the scoring sheet.
Brown through Bovee.
First double-digit lead of the night.
Shot away, and the foul is given on Scally as he pops up a 3, and Scally's going to the line to shoot 3. Asias, another questionable foul, his third.
You are taking my job left and right tonight.
Sorry about that.
What's girl got to do? Scally thus far on the night, 1 of 2 from the line.
Game of the week here on the K-Zone as Scally's first goes down, brought to you by the One Stop Shop. For all your comic book and video game needs, there's only one stop. It's the One Stop Shop. And despite what she may think, there's only one stop for the stats,
You're
and
darn
that is
right.
Kate, here at our courtside broadcast position here on the K-Zone.
You are darn right about that. Scally hits both. And because obviously it was a 3-point shot, he remains. So right now he is 3 of 4 from the line and going for his third attempt now.
6:36 to play here in the fourth quarter. The lead is 8. Scally's third will go down.
That was
3
productive.
of 3, all from the foul line. And Asias gets the inbound. And then there is a whistle and a palming call. The ball will go back to Newburyport.
And this is how you let Newburyport back into this game. Leominster just had a 13-point lead, a 10-point lead not all that long ago.
And Coach Kevin Grutchfield has seen enough. He's going to send his senior ball handler back onto the floor. Kevin Viola out there, Kate playing with 3 fouls.
3 fouls, you got that right.
At the 6:26 mark here with a 4th. Fellner has it taken away by Moisen in midair. Dada, meanwhile, comes down floor and goes, nope, there's way too many Clippers here, and he'll peel off the play. He'll drop it off for Halstead. Halstead takes the jumper from the left side, off the rim and out of play. It's Newburyport basketball. 6:12 to play here in the fourth. 7-point game at 50-43, Leominster's advantage. Drive down floor, it's Brown. Brown puts it in the hands of Tank. Tank takes the turnaround, it will not go. Moisten the uncontested rebound. 2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. 5:58 and counting here in the final quarter of regulation.
Nice job. Got to limit Newburyport to one shot.
Dada, left-hand drive to the baseline. Got caught in the air. Dada will be fouled. He'll go to the line to shoot two.
Good job. Want to see Justin taking it to the basket right there. If he's not hitting that outside shot, use that quickness he's got on the dribble. Get yourself to the hoop.
Fellner picks up his third foul. It'll be team fourth.
And Dada's first will go down. Kate, aside from the occasional lay-in, the foul line is where Dada's been contributing.
Yeah, 3 of 3 from the foul line. He's got one basket in each of the 4 quarters. So 8 points from the field and then 3 free throws. Make it 4.
Dada's second will go as well. And Bill Thomas, although they're throwing a token double team at Dada, I don't think it's because it has been that much of a closeout or a shutdown double team.
But he hasn't gotten the looks.
I agree, Kate. He hasn't got the looks, and when he has, I think he's been a little hesitant tonight. He's looking to pass.
Scally's drive through the lane. No shot. They wave the shot off. The foul is on the floor, and Coach Crutchfield disagrees.
He got bailed out on that. Everybody in the house looking for a travel.
And Coach Kevin Crutchfield asks for a timeout. 5:34 to play here in the fourth quarter. 52-43, they grant the timeouts. Game of the week here on the K-Zone. It is brought to you by Clear Path for Veterans New England by Northeast Insurance. Clear Path for Veterans supports families with connections to the latest in wellness options. We owe it to them to do our part. Donate now at clearpathne.org. This message brought to you by Northeast Insurance Agency. Kate, Clear Path for Veterans New England by Northeast Insurance brings us your key stat of the fourth quarter.
Key stat of the fourth quarter right now. The reason Coach Crutchfield, I believe, was upset is that is Kevin Viola's 4th foul. And I believe he was probably trying to give it to anybody but number 4.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more, Kate. You know, looking over on the Newburyport side, 2 of their 5 starters been injured here in this third quarter, still receiving treatment at the end of their bench. Sullivan and Brennan, neither one of them look like they're going to be making an appearance back into the game anytime soon at this point.
Right now, I think that Brennan
has his shoe off, actually.
Oh, Brennan's the one with the shoe off.
Yeah.
So
It was the ankle, yes.
Sullivan then, I believe, may be going through potential concussion protocol
Could be because
as well.
he's having an extensive conversation with the trainer over there. I agree with you, Kate. Might have hit his head on the floor.
Scally off the inbound, drives the lane through 3 Blue Devils, and his shot was just off the underside of the rim. Back down floor comes McCormick from right to left. Dada open 3 on the left side. Short off the rim, but a long rebound. He runs it down himself.
Leominster here should be content to take their time on these offensive possessions as they have a fairly decent lead.
And 2 Clippers let that rebound get away from him, too.
Multiple attempts on offensive possessions. That's what you want to see, and take as much time off the clock as you can every time you touch the ball.
And
don't do
Fellner
that.
steps in a passing lane, came straight across the paint. He tried the pass looking for Scally. Halstead was just passing by and deflected it out of play. Newburyport keeps the basketball half court to the right. 4:52 to play here in the fourth quarter. 52-43, Leominster's advantage. This is Thorson. First time we call his name tonight. Tank back through Brown and back to Thorson in the right corner. Imagine just coming in cold off the bench into this basketball game. Got to be ready to play. Scally tried to jump stop. He jumped. He never stopped. It's a walk. The ball will go back to Leominster.
Well, I think he jumped, he stopped, and he jumped again, and then he stopped again.
Bunny hop.
Too many jumps and too many stops.
4.5 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Todd, you talk about having to have a bench player come off a little bit cold. Makes sense. 2 of your starters right now, one's having a conversation with the trainer, likely in concussion protocol. The other one with his shoe off and his ankle elevated.
Halstead looks baseline for Asias flashing. Deflected on a play.
Blue Devils lucky to
Hello,
keep possession
Warren.
there.
Nice to meet you.
Asias and Leominster keep the basketball with 11 to shoot. 4:14 to play here in the fourth quarter. Moisen was looking for the inbound. He'll snap it top of the key to a covered Halstead. Halstead swings it around for Dada. Slipping, but got the pass away to Moisen. Now 5 to shoot. Moisen throws up the 3 from straight away and sends it down.
Thank the crowd for that. Give him the countdown. He let it fly.
55-43, Leominster up. Looking to respond. This was Brown. Shot side of the rim. Fellner and Brown almost collide. Brown comes away with it. He'll kick it back to Fellner. 3:48 to play here in the fourth quarter.
Bill Thomas, those were points 17, 18, and 19 for Alex Moisen.
Scally through the lane. The double clutch shot does not go off the back rim.
And I think he's got close to that many rebounds too, Kate.
Moisen for Dada. Stripped in the air. Dada's looking for a foul. That's not coming tonight. Meanwhile, up floor, Scally gets bodied off the play, and Scally's going to the line to shoot too, and Coach Crutchfield pleading the case. You got physical contact on one end, not blown, but on the other end of the floor, it is. Difference is, shot wasn't disrupted on the left end of the floor. On the right, Scally was forced off the shot. Scally's at the line, shooting 2. First one goes down. Game of the week here on the K-Zone, brought to you by Walker Orthodontics, a pioneer in advanced airway orthodontics, online at drwalker.com. Your first step to a better night's sleep begins at Walker Orthodontics.
Scally 6 of 7 from the line for the Clippers. Don't foul that one.
Second one goes down as well. 3 of 3 on the previous possession. And Kate, 5 of 5 here in the second half.
5 of 5 here in the second half is correct. If you're wearing number 4 and you got red on, probably not a good idea to foul him.
Yeah, not a good idea to send him to the line. Leominster with the basketball, half court left, 3:10 to play here in the fourth. They've got a 10-point advantage at 55-45. Moisen, the crossover, missed the long 2. Rebound for Fellner. Fellner comes back in the other direction from left to right over the timeline. Fellner dribbles it back toward the half circle right. 15 to shoot, into the corner. Scally's 3, front rim no. Dada down with the rebound. And Dada got the clear up. Surveys the floor, snaps it up floor, finds McCormick. Then for Halstead.
Halstead looks like he wants to shoot every now and again and then just kind of rethinks and then distributes.
Indeed he does.
I think that's probably from a lack of playing time, Kate. Just needs a little more confidence in that shot selection.
There he is.
Halstead slips
There
through
he
the
is.
lane
Nice.
and this time says, I got the space. I'll finish the lay-in.
Kate's going to criticize me. I'll show her.
It's like, hey, I can't get the bunt down. I'll show you.
Oh, boy.
I love it.
Down the lane, Fellner. Double clutch, second opportunity, misses well. 0 of 2 for Fellner on the possession. Back down floor, Dada in transition. He gets fouled
That's
and
the way.
finishes the lay-in.
That's the aggressive Justin Dada that we're used to seeing.
Billy has more names for Justin Dada.
You know what? I wish
than
I never.
anybody that
If I
I've
didn't
ever
work
met.
with a DJ named Jason Duda, I owe it all to Jason Duda. Sorry, Justin.
If at first you don't succeed,
Just make up another
Hey,
name.
I got
try.
another year to get it right.
Just make up another name.
Dada hits that one,
JD. I'm just going to call him JD.
puts Leominster's to Kate's magic number. That's over
JD.
60.
JD with the steal.
Indeed he is, and right back down floor, spins through the
No.
lane. Taken out with the foul by Brown, and Dada's going to the line. He'll shoot 2.
All kidding aside, I'm going with JD from now on. Whenever I refer
I believe people call him JJ.
JJ. All right, I'll go with JJ.
Yeah.
Well, he is, of course, we don't make mention of it, but his dad also does coach. He is also Justin Dada. So Justin
Justin
Dada
Jr.
is Justin Dada Jr.
Justin Jr. Okay.
So JJ. First one off the side of the rim. He's frustrated. But Leominster at that 60-45 mark. Kate thought 60 was the number. Timeout gets spent here, and I believe the Clippers took the timeout with Dada at the line with 1 shot to go. 1:52 to play here in the fourth quarter, and a 60-45 Leominster advantage. K-Zone Game of the Week brought to you by Viola's Fitchburg Tire, Harvard Outdoor Power, Jarvis Ford, and Rhino Linings of Leominster. We thank you all so very much for your support of Winter's Game of the Week here on the K-Zone all season long.
Blue Devils have found a way to extend this lead to 15. Kind of quietly, I might add. Every time I look up, the lead grows a little bit, but a great second half here for the Blue Devils.
Everybody's confirming. You can call him JJ.
JJ?
Yeah, you can. Everybody, yes,
Thank you
JJ.
Thank you. I'm
Yeah.
sorry if I keep blowing his name there.
Or
out
you could
there.
just keep making up names. It's
But
fine.
JJ, JD, I think everybody knows what I'm talking about. 11. He's a baller, and we got another year to enjoy him, that's for sure.
The guy who we spend a lot of time talking about. Meanwhile,
it's just fun to hear Billy, like, what's coming next?
this action here on the K-Zone RFM and Leominster TV is in support of the statewide tournament by the State Association. That's the Massachusetts Interscholastic Athletic Association, the MIAA, building the future through athletics.
I'll tell you, even the officials are smiling tonight. Everybody's having a good time. It's a great game. You know, it's been well played. You know, I think that the 15-point deficit doesn't accurately reflect the type of game we've seen tonight from these two teams.
5 of 6 from the line so far tonight, and I
Thanks,
knew it.
Kate.
You're
Thanks,
welcome.
Kate.
That one didn't go.
Thanks so much, Kate.
1:47 to play here in the fourth.
Works every time.
Here comes Fellner. Back down floor, hands it off for Scally.
Well, I had
Scally
holding
into the
on
lane,
that.
shot up, and Scally gets fouled.
I had holding on that call, in case anyone was wondering.
Try it now, Kate. See how it works. Works on the opposition.
1:41 to play here in the fourth. 60-45 is Leominster's advantage. Scally is at the line.
I think that foul was on JJ.
6 of 7, make it 7 of 8.
Scally drops another one. Kate, unbelievable consistency for Scally from the foul line.
Absolutely. It's something to aspire to, that's for sure. Those are difference makers in games.
Second one goes down as well for Scally. He is perfect from the line in the second half.
In the second half, absolutely perfect. 7 of 7.
Final 96 seconds of regulation. 60-47, Leominster's lead. Dada goes back top of the key for Moisen. 3 away.
Feeling
He
it again.
buries it.
3 threes in the fourth quarter for Moisen.
84 seconds left in regulation. 63-47, Leominster's lead. Fellner hits the spot, throws up the 3, banks it home.
Call glass.
63-50, 1:10 to play here in the fourth. Full court pressure. The Clippers are looking to give the foul, and they didn't get the whistle.
We can't find anybody to foul. At least can't find an official with a whistle.
And now Fellner will successfully give the foul with Dada with the basketball, and Fellner's a little frustrated, but you know, the interesting part is, of course, the intentional foul is a curious thing. When you haven't called a hand check all night, now you're going to call a hand check simply for the stop of the whistle. It's kind of a tough time. 1:01 to play here in the fourth. Under normal circumstances, if they did it, Bill Thomas, we'd give him heck for it.
Oh, they're calling hand checks on basic dribbles, but then they're slapping at the ball like crazy, and they're not blowing anything. You know, you wonder what they're looking at. But
it is a lose proposition, but they've done a phenomenal job managing this playoff action tonight. Great veteran crew out here on the floor.
For what it's worth, Fellner picks up his fourth. Dada hits both of his shots.
1:01
We're
to
under a
play in the
minute.
fourth, and Leominster's lead is 15 at 65-50. Acton hits the spot, 3 away, down it goes, and Coach Clay sprints out on the floor to get the timeout. 53 seconds flat, stops the clock. Fourth quarter, 65-53, Leominster's advantage. Leominster will have the basketball. The bonus belongs to Leominster. They will shoot 1-1 on a foul. Alternate possession on a tie-up favors Newburyport.
Hey, it's only a 4-possession game. You do the math. You never know. A couple of turnovers, a couple of quick baskets, and Newburyport will be at the line on the next Blue Devil foul too. They will move into the 1-1. Still plenty of opportunities here. No time to stop coaching.
Well, this becomes a situation where if Leominster looks up at the clock, they had seen that 15-point lead not long ago. And you have a situation where if you take your foot off the gas, you're letting a quality Newburyport team right back into this ball game. And if you have sharpshooters like Scally, if they sense that, they're absolutely going to be out for blood.
53 seconds flat left here in regulation. Note also that Newburyport shot the lights out in the first half from beyond the arc. Second half, maybe back to earth a little bit.
I would agree.
They possess the ability to shoot from deep. Full court pressure. Halstead inbounds for Moisen.
Oh boy.
Moisen goes long distance, finds McCormick. McCormick with the basketball. They've got to reach and give the foul. Henry Acton will give it at 47 1/10 left here in the fourth quarter. And now McCormick to the line.
I tell you, great heads-up play by McCormick there. Took that long ball, but didn't go straight for the basket. Dribbled out of trouble there and picked up the foul, just like he's coached to do.
So many ways to watch this one. You've had it here on the K-Zone all night on our Game of the Week, AM 1280, 105.3 FM, and WPKZstream.com. Meanwhile, Facebook.com/Media Rivalry is the RFM live coverage. Game will be available on YouTube well before midnight tonight. It is youtube.com, search Ravelry Family Media, or tinyurl.com/media Ravelry for that action. Update, schedule, bracket, all that available. Sorry, Kate. Available online at Media Ravelry. Like, follow, and subscribe today on RFM. And yes, Kate, smash that like button.
Not really
just for you.
Did Leominster get the timeout there, Todd?
They did.
They did. Nice rebound off of that missed free throw. I think it was Dada.
It was.
And Coach Rushfield bailed him out with a bench timeout there when he was trapped in the corner. Nice job.
Another possession opportunity and a chance to bleed more clock. 42 and 3/10 seconds left here in the fourth. 65-53 is Leominster's advantage. The winner gets the winner of Scituate and Revere. Should it be Leominster, that game would be played here in the round of 16 at some point next week. The window is somewhere between Monday and Wednesday next week is where that game can be placed on the calendar. So no games this weekend, Monday through Wednesday for the winner of this one. For Newburyport, it would be on the road to the winner of that Scituate Revere game. The reach-in foul. Dada has the basketball. Will go to the line. 37 and 1/10 left here in the fourth quarter.
Blue Devils doing a good job of carving 10 more seconds off the clock. It's really what it's about now, clock and limited possessions, and Blue Devils are moving into that safe zone.
Dada's first of the 1-and-1 goes down. Game of the week here on the K-Zone is brought to you by Airport Auto Parts. A second generation of automotive recyclers provides the best customer experience. Online at airportautoparts.com. Dada queued up for his second from the line. Down it also goes. 67-53. Final 34 seconds left here in regulation. Down floor, the drive to the lane. Tank can't get the lay-in to go. Dada with the rebound. They will scramble. Long distance down floor. Asias with the basketball. Leominster playing keep away. Now draws the foul. Asias will go to the foul line. Leominster student section begins to celebrate. 21 and 8/10 left here in the fourth. 67-53. The fourth overall seed Leominster on their way to victory tonight.
Very well played game by both teams, and I said it earlier, you know, it feels like a much closer game than the scoreboard reflects at 14 right now.
See us short on that one. Rebound down for Acton. And Acton collides with Dada, and everybody finds their way up. Dada's got the thumbs up.
Acton, although with significant contact there, almost tried to cradle Dada so that his head did not hit the floor. So a nice display of sportsmanship there by the Clipper player.
It's another great opportunity at a great foundation of maybe, as Bill Thomas pointed out the other night when we did Fitchburg and Whitman Hanson, maybe the beginnings of a new annual meeting here as Dada hits the first, making this situation a little more academic at 68-53, 18 and 6/10 left here in the fourth.
Well, I think these kinds of games expand your horizons. If nothing else, look for some preseason action and maybe early season action.
Great point. Dada hit the second, 69-53. Acton throws up a three-pointer from straight away. He wanted a deflection. He is correct on that call, and the ball will stay with Newburyport.
A little serenade, and I get a peek at the Leominster faithful down here.
They were late arriving, but they were enthusiastic. Acton's three off the mark. Rebound for Moisen.
About his 20th rebound tonight.
Moisen lost the ball to the floor. It's Brown.
Academic right now with 2.1 on the clock.
And Leominster will keep the basketball. It's one more inbound. The defense will walk off of that one. And that's the way this one will come to an end. Leominster, the fourth overall seed, defends home floor, survives, and advances. Leominster will host the winner of Scituate and Revere Monday through Wednesday in the round of 16 here at the gym at Leominster High School. 69-53, Leominster tops Newburyport here inside the gym at Leominster High School tonight.
Great game, good way to open up your tournament journey, especially coming off that 30-point stinker against Franklin in that Worcester tournament 10 days ago. But I can see that the coaching staff used those 10 days wisely, and we got a very well-played game from the Blue Devils tonight.
Game of the week here on the K-Zone, brought to you by Cinema World. Experience more of what you love at a place you love. That's Cinema World, Fitchburg, the way movies were meant to be seen on the silver screen. Action here on the K-Zone brought to you by Game On Sports and Performance Center, where the game is always on. It's Game On Fitchburg. Call 978-956-4111 or go to GameOnFitchburg.com to book your sports getaway today. This playoff action brought to you by Leominster Monument, the home of quality craftsmanship for over 40 years. At Leominster Monument Company, memories are forever. Online at LeominsterMonument.com. 69-53, fourth seed Leominster survives on home floor tonight. They get the winner of Scituate and Revere Monday through Wednesday in the round of 16 next week. We'll break it all down for you. We're just getting started from here inside the gym at Leominster High School. We've got so much more to come. You stick and stay with us right here on the K-Zone and with our partners on RFM. For those of you joining us on Leominster TV tonight, Leominster winner 69-53. For Bradley Bedard, Bill Thomas, and Kate Robbins, I am Todd Robbins. So long to those of you joining us on Leominster TV. In delay, for those of you continuing with us here live on the K-Zone and RFM. We continue with more next. Coach Kevin Grutchfield joins us at our courtside broadcast position. Kate's final stats. We break it all down. Preview next week's action. So much more to come. This is action right here on the K-Zone. Game of the week.
LTV's Action Sports is brought to you in part through the generous support of these Leominster sponsors: Richardson Funeral Home, www.richardsonfuneralhome.net, the Il Camino Restaurant, www.ilcamino-restaurant.com, and by MP Crowley Company Incorporated, www.mpcrowleyinc.com.